Beast Boy Lone Wolf is one of the newest superhero shows added to the Cartoon Network roster. It released on the 28th of October and it surprised a lot of people. And although the show is only about Beast Boy, there are still many superhero references and mentions that we get to see. Hey guys, it's Cindrus, and today we're going over every single superhero reference and mention. To kick it off, we'll start at the beginning of the series in episode 1, Beast Boy vs Mr. Toad, which actually has multiple references. In this episode, the deuteragonist of the show, Mickey, is being held hostage by Mr. Toad, the first villain introduced in the series. Mr. Toad begins to taunt her while she's tied up, telling her that no one is going to save her, and he name drops two of the most popular superheroes of all time, Superman and Batman. Since Beast Boy is a DC character, we are obviously expecting to have these type of name drops throughout the series, and although it's not a surprise, it's still very nice to see. The second reference we see in this episode occurs when the Lone Wolf finally reveals himself after fighting a few members of the Tadpole gang, but when he tries to reveal his identity, Mickey interrupts him and begins to fangirl over him, and the hostage to her left is left confused as he doesn't recognize his new hero. This is until Mickey lifts up her sweater, revealing her shirt, which has the Teen Titans on it, reminding him that the Lone Wolf is actually Beast Boy from the very popular superhero team, the Teen Titans. Next up, we have a reference in the second episode, Beast Boy vs the Ghost. In this episode, Mickey and her cousin are arguing because her cousin called the Lone Wolf to help him with this problem. Once the Lone Wolf arrives, her cousin explains to him that he hit his baseball that was signed by Green Arrow across the street into an abandoned house. But Mickey warns him that the house is haunted and that it is too dangerous. But the Lone Wolf shrugs it off as he doesn't think much of it and begins to make his way towards the house. Once inside, he looks around for a bit and finds the baseball in a storage room. This is when we see Green Arrow's signature on the baseball. The Lone Wolf picks it up but drops it shortly after when the ghost attacks him, which allows us to get an even closer look at the autograph. The third mention is in the third episode of the series, and it is titled Beast Boy vs Elephant Man. Like the title suggests, in this episode we see Elephant Man running and crashing through the doors of a grocery store while fighting Beast Boy, but he stops when he accidentally runs into a pillar. After this, the Lone Wolf gets up and says hello to Mickey, but is interrupted by Mickey's boss through the loudspeaker. Her boss tells her to clean the mess up and lets the Lone Wolf know that he is liable for damages, and this shocks the Lone Wolf as he is a hero and he was just doing his job. But Mickey explains to him that the person who is responsible for this new change is Aquaman. Apparently Aquaman actually sank their store in Miami, leaving it at the bottom of the ocean, which forced the owner to enforce their superhero policy. The next reference we see is in Beast Boy vs Starro, the 5th episode of the series. This episode takes place near the ocean on the pier. The Lone Wolf is seen trying to hype himself up to face Starro, and to prove to everyone that he can handle himself as a standalone hero. But during this moment, he's interrupted by Mickey, who heard the news about Starro and decided to make her way there to see the Lone Wolf in action. And after explaining the plan he has in mind, which is basically to turn into Godzilla and defeat Starro, he begins his transformation process, but soon realizes that he can't fully transform, which forces him to think of a different plan. And after coming up with two bad ideas, he gives up. He begins to doubt himself and his ability. This is when he mentions his inability to do things without the help of the Teen Titans. But luckily for him, Mickey is there, and she gives him a much needed speech to inspire him to keep trying, as the city and people need him. This is when he quickly gains confidence in himself again and starts to transform into Godzilla. After his transformation, he locks his eyes onto Starro, and before he is able to make his move, a red flash soars through the sky behind him, who is none other than Superman. And we see Superman fly up to Starro and just one-tap him, knocking Starro down and then flying away, saving the city yet again. The 5th superhero reference is mostly verbal, but it's still worth mentioning. This reference is in the 8th episode of the series titled Beast Boy vs the Black Witch. In this episode, the Lone Wolf is trying to do his laundry but is teleported away into the Black Witch's lair, and after the Black Witch states her plan of revenge and begins her introduction, the Lone Wolf tries to remember who she is, even mistaking her for one of Raven's friends. The Black Witch, offended by the Lone Wolf's bad memory, tries to remind him of who she is, but he still can't remember. This is when she tells him that she faced the Teen Titans a while back and was about to beat them until they defeated her the last minute, causing her to have this built up anger inside her. Now the last reference is the penultimate episode of the series, the 9th episode, Beast Boy vs the Henchman. In this episode, the Lone Wolf is on a mission to infiltrate the Cobra Cult and rescue Commissioner Wolfman, and once he sneaks his way inside, he faces off a few Cobra members and takes them out, stealing a keycard in the process. After this, he makes his way to the room Commissioner Wolfman is supposed to be in and unlocks the door, only to find the room empty, with a single poster hung up on the wall of the very popular superhero, Wonder Woman. Shortly after, one of the henchmen of the Cobra Cult reveals that Commissioner Wolfman escaped in the morning and presses the alarm, alerting the other members. Soon after, they show up and they begin to fight the Lone Wolf, and during their fight, we see more shots of the Wonder Woman poster in the background, but eventually the Lone Wolf is cornered and accidentally falls through the wall behind the poster, revealing the tunnel Commissioner Wolfman used to escape. Well guys, it looks like that'll be it for today. Please comment any references or mentions I might have missed in the comment section below. Also make sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you would like to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Later. One last thing I wanted to say before I end the video is thank you. Thank you to everyone who has been commenting, liking, subscribing, and sharing all of my videos. Every single view, every single comment, it truly means the world to me. I recently got accepted into the partner program and this couldn't be more exciting. I will try to upload as many videos as I can, maybe 2 times a week if anything. And that might sound ironic because I know I haven't uploaded a video, or at least frequently, in like the past 10, 11, 12 days I think, around 2 weeks maybe, give or take. And that was mainly due to the fact that I was spending a lot of family time with my older brother. He actually flew to the Philippines less than a week ago, so these past few weeks I was spending a lot of time with them, including my other siblings and parents, just as a one final goodbye. He's going to be leaving for 2 years, so it's a decent amount of time. You know, maybe by the time he gets back, I'll have a plaque to show him and maybe more. So who knows? And if for some reason I'm not able to post or I don't post at all, please just give me a few more days. A major reason as to why I don't post, or not frequently at least, is due to the lack of video ideas. I've said this before in the past, but it really is an issue for me. I have a list of multiple ideas I want to execute, but I don't think they're gonna be made well into videos, and others I think will take a little bit more time. So please just be patient with me. I will try to upload longer videos as well. I know some of you guys have been asking for that. For the most part, I think for my news related content, I'm going to stick to around 2 to 3 minutes, and maybe for actual videos or longer form videos, it's going to be around like 4 to 5 or 6 maybe. Who knows? And I'm also thinking about getting new equipment as well. Maybe a new microphone. I know a lot of you guys, or I've seen some comments at least, compliment me on my microphone quality, but I still think it could be a little bit better. In some of my previous videos, you can hear when I say the letter P or B, it shoots up, it's louder, it's unclear, and it just doesn't sound well overall. I've seen a comment before also saying maybe I could try speaking a little bit further away from a mic, but sometimes I think it's just my mic. It's not old or anything, but I don't know, sometimes it picks up weird. I tried tweaking the settings a little bit, but it didn't seem to work as well. I think now it works a little bit better. Maybe throughout this video you won't hear it as much, the P's or the B's, but just bear with me during this time until I get new equipment. I also want to let you guys know that I will soon be starting a Discord server. I have a Discord account for my main and another channel I used to have, but not for Syndra's. So for Syndra's, I'll be making a new Discord server, and I'll be plugging it down in the description when I create it. I'll also be looking for mods, any loyal followers of mine, so please let me know if you have any experience with that as well. And one last thing I wanted to bring up was intros and outros. Right now I don't have an intro or an official intro or an official outro as well in terms of visuals. Obviously I say hey guys, it's Syndra's and later guys, but I still lack that authentic outro and intro. I want to upgrade my account and continue to keep upgrading my account with positive changes that will benefit the channel, and I feel like I am doing so. With every new video there comes new ideas, new thumbnails, new designs, new ways to edit. Obviously my editing style is very simplistic, but I still tweak certain things that you guys might have noticed from my first video all the way up to my latest video. But yeah, these are just a few things I wanted to mention and talk about. I understand that I don't talk like this in any of my videos actually. This is the first time you guys are hearing me from a real perspective. No Syndra's, it's just me. I hope to talk like this more in the future, get to know you guys a little bit better, and you guys get to know me a little bit better. But I think that's enough yet for one video, so thank you so much if you're still listening. Thank you for the support once again, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.